Hello, anybody there?
Hi, George.
Hey, Amin, how are ya?
Good yourself?
I'm good, thanks. How's everyone there? Okay.
Very good. Surviving the what should I call it? House arrest quite well.
COVID days, yes. House arrest. Yeah, not great, eh?
Things are all right. Yourself?
We're doing okay, Amin.
How's Diane doing?
Good. Brought Julia back to school today, so all's good.
Good.
I don't see Josh. I see Dark.
Why?
Is he joining us?
He's been sending me all these stats about his input supply.
Hey, Divine. About what?
He's been sending me all these charts about his solar power supply, how he's raking in money. I guess he's saving some money by turning the lights off.
Yeah, he would keep track of every cent, wouldn't he?
No, not at all. Hi, Diane.
Hi. Hi. What in the world are you watching?
Passenger 57.
Oh my gosh.
And the football game.
There's a lot of violence on TV right now. There's more violence. We're watching football.
Oh. Tampa Bay just scored. Woo!
So, you guys okay?
Yeah, things are good.
Oh, good.
No
Is
complaints.
the volume up?
I'm just gonna do the same thing.
I'm just checking our volume here.
You don't have Mark yet.
No, that's surprising, eh? Usually he's
Volume's at its.
You might have taken up the Bally after all.
we missed you guys last week.
That is unusual that Mark's not on by now.
Yeah, he's probably in Bally.
Yeah.
How's Divine?
Huh?
How are you?
Good. All good.
Are you doing any Maryland stuff?
Nope. I gave up this month and the cup next month and the next month and the next month. Oh, there's Mark.
I'm here.
You're missing in action, Mark.
You guys were all early. I was like, whoa, everybody's online already.
We're anxious there, ready to go.
You guys are ready to go? Good.
They said Mark is late. I said he's probably in Bally.
How are you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
Okay, good. Yeah, not too bad.
Is Josh joining us tonight, or?
I don't know.
He's online and he's recording, so.
Yeah, sometimes he's had to go into work, and that's happened once before where he had to do that.
He sets us up, but he can't join. I don't know. I just found it.
But I haven't checked my phone. Have we gotten messages of any kind?
Yeah, he didn't. Normally he'd write, but.
Oh, you still got 5 minutes.
Yeah. Hey, have you folks talked to Jill lately?
No.
No.
I'm not sure if I should be sharing this information, but she had gallbladder surgery.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I'm
Josh and Julie would know.
I'm assuming that. Anyway, I'm assuming we'll find out about it. But remember on our wine night?
Yes.
And then they ended up having to get off because they were having internet issues. The very next morning, she ended up in hospital with terrible pain, and so she texted to say, remember that book I said we said we'd drop off? We won't be able to do that today after all because I'm in hospital. And I'm like, well, then this is the least of your worries. Don't worry about that. And then Peter dropped it off anyway, and he told me that she was about to have surgery, hopefully orthoscopic, which is the way they do it now. So it would be hopefully a day thing. But I can't say that I connected with her yet, but I was wondering if you guys had.
No, I haven't connected with her in a while. Like I just texted Karen Karen just texted me today too. We haven't talked to each other either.
Well, that's what's happening, right? So much time goes in between communication anymore.
Yeah.
Mhm.
She's doing all right.
Yeah, yeah. My grandson has to be rushed to to CHEO.
No.
Yeah,
Why?
his sugar level was high, was very high. So they rushed him there, and they found out he's diabetic.
Oh, shoot. How
Oh.
old is he?
He's 12.
Oh,
Oh, that's awful.
our
right?
nephew, that's exactly how it happened. What and how did they know his sugar was high? What kind of behavior? Was he drinking a lot all of a sudden or really
Drinking.
thirsty?
And peeing.
And my son-in-law is diabetic as well, so he
Okay.
So they tested his blood sugar. It was 34.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
So they have to rush him.
Yeah.
But CHEO is good. I mean, they were there at they left home at 7 and they were home by 2.
Yeah.
So he's got type 1 diabetes.
And is he going to be on a little pump now or is
Not for a year.
Yeah.
that will be great for him though, once he can get on the pump?
Yeah.
Hi, Josh.
He has to do all the monitoring and stuff. Hi, Josh.
And just getting to learn the diet really well and
Yeah.
It's tough,
his levels. Yeah.
tough at that age, you know. I mean, it's tough at any age, but when you're used to eating all the junk food and everything else, and now all of a sudden, and he's petrified of needles.
That's why the pump will be
First
so
time they had
much
to-
better. Oh, poor
I
kid.
guess they were, like when they were doing the needles at school, his parents were going to take him to the health unit themselves because he didn't want to do it at school.
Oh.
When they got the vaccination.
Yeah, so now
Aw.
he has to.
Hear a lot of that, eh? At that age, starting that
Yeah,
diabetes. Oh.
Julia doesn't. Well, the diabetes, yes, juvenile diabetes, but Julia doesn't like needles either. She just kind of, ugh, she doesn't like. She doesn't
I
like
guess
blood.
first time they had to poke him, he almost passed out.
Yeah.
But now he's getting used to it. So
He's doing it himself now too. So
Good.
Wow.
That's good, actually. That's great. He has a little bit more control that way.
And maybe Josh knows. Josh,
oh good.
Yes, sir.
do you know about Jill?
Having had gallbladder surgery?
Yes.
How's she doing?
As far as I know, okay. I haven't talked to her a whole bunch. I just, she was gonna fill us in next wine social, which is coming up pretty soon, so.
That'll be next. Is that next Sunday?
Yeah, that's February next
Oh
Sunday.
my
eh?
goodness.
Wow. Get the wine ready, guys.
Yeah.
It's always ready here.
I believe it, Divine. I believe it. All right.
Okay.
What do you guys want to do today?
He always asks that question. Eh?
I know. Well,
Wait,
is there anything sore? Anything that's a little bit tight or stiff?
Divine's thinking.
everything is good.
Everything is good?
Not exercising, so it doesn't hurt.
You guys are very helpful.
My lower back's a little sore.
Okay.
Let's do frog. No, just kidding.
Let's do frog.
No, let's not do frog.
Frog is good for you.
Oh, Josh,
It's true.
don't encourage him.
We all need encouragement. We're all cooped up inside, so we all need special attention to show how valuable we are to everybody.
You should
If
be a
frog
Josh. You should be a politician.
if frog is good for me,
Besides being a model, you
if
should
frog
be.
is good for me, and Mark likes to do frog, well then, he should hear it.
I was just
Do what, Mark.
joking.
Do whatever you got to do.
We don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna throw it in, but we might throw it in.
Okay.
Okay. I'm ready.
Well, today what I wanted to do is just work on our hips. So just do a lot of things that focus on our hips, and then we'll do lower back. I had lower back in there as well, and then supported bridge to end the class, and then into Shavasana. So
Nice.
yeah, so we'll just take our time like working on our hips, and then
Good.
yeah, we'll focus on one side, and then we'll flip to the other side. So we'll do a lot on the one side, and then we'll take a break in Sphinx pose, and then move to the other side after that one. So,
Okay.
Sounds good.
all right, well, let's start in Shavasana. And as you make your way into Shavasana, just allowing your body to begin to melt into the mats. Taking this opportunity to let go. Letting your body find rest. Taking a deep inhale through your nose. Exhale it all out, let it all go. Take another deep inhale through your nose. Exhale it all out, let it all go. And with every inhale and exhale, allowing your body to begin to settle. Letting your mind begin to calm. Letting your day slow down. Taking time to check in with yourself this evening and notice how you're feeling. Notice how your body's feeling. Taking a few moments to scan from the top of your head to the soles of your feet. Notice if there's any areas that you might be holding any tension. Breathing into those areas. Letting your breath bring ease to any areas that might be tense. Letting your body settle a little bit more. Notice if there's any areas that might be a little bit tight or stiff. Any areas that might be a little bit sore. Breathing into those areas. Letting your breath soften any areas that might be tight or stiff. Bring relief to anything that might be sore. Letting your body find a little bit more rest. Taking note of any thoughts that might be rising up. Gently acknowledging them. Letting them continue to pass by. Drawing your attention back to your breath. Back to your inhales and your exhales. Take a few moments this evening to set an intention for your practice. Something you wish to receive from your class. And on your next inhale, slowly begin to wiggle your fingers. Gently moving your toes. And on your next inhale, slowly draw your knees into your chest, giving them a nice big squeeze. Gently rocking a little bit of side to side. A little bit of forward and backwards. Circling your knees in one direction. Circle your knees in the opposite direction. Then drawing the soles of your feet together and lowering them down, coming into reclined butterfly. And you could draw your heels closer to your body, which will increase the intensity in your hips, or you could draw them a little bit further away, which will soften the intensity. Placing your right hand onto your abdomen and your left hand onto your heart. Noticing the rise and fall of your chest with every inhale and exhale. Letting your shoulders soften. Allowing your hips to settle. Gravity to draw your knees closer to the mat. And if your mind wanders or drifts away, just drawing your attention back to your breath. Back to your inhales and your exhales. Allowing your hips to settle a little bit more. Take one more inhale here. Exhale it all out. And on the next inhale, draw your hands underneath your knees, gently helping them up. Drawing your knees back into your chest, giving them a nice squeeze. Gently rocking a little bit of side to side. A little bit of forward and backwards. Then releasing your feet back down onto the mats. Ready to come into reclined pigeon. So pick up your right foot and cross it over your left. Draw your left knee into your chest. And either you clasp your hamstring or your shin. And we'll take 5 breaths where we'll be active, and then we'll take a few breaths to just be passive. So on your next inhale, can you draw your left knee into your chest? Inhale, drawing your knee in a little bit closer. Inhale, can you draw in a little bit closer? Two more breaths. Inhale. Exhale, hold here. Last one, can you draw your left knee in a little bit closer? Now we'll take a few more breaths here, just allowing our body to settle. Can you soften your shoulders? Removing any tension from your neck. Removing any tension from your ankle. Take a couple more breaths here. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. On your next inhale, slowly release your hands as you lower your left foot down. Shifting your hips to your right, the right side of your mat. Opening your arms up into a T and letting your right knee drop down to your left side. So coming into a twist. Trying to keep both shoulder blades pressed into the mat. And if you always want to go a little bit deeper, you could always take your left hand onto your right knee and gently apply pressure on your exhale, opening up your twist. You can also look over your right shoulder, which will draw a little bit more sensation to the twist. Breathing into any areas where you might be feeling sensation. Letting your breath bring softness to those areas. And take a couple more breaths here. Take one more inhale. One more exhale. Then on your next inhale, slowly release your right leg. So unhook it from underneath your left knee. Draw your knees together. We're going to roll into fetal position. So rolling onto our left side. Take a deep breath in here. And a deep breath out. Then on your next inhale, begin to press up to tabletop position. So making your way to tabletop. Planting your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. We're going to come into downward facing dog to set up for pigeon pose, to set up for deer pose. So curling our toes, we're going to send our knees up and then our hips back. Inhale, float your right leg high to the sky. Then coming into pigeon pose, so draw your right knee to your right wrist, right ankle to your left, release your left toes, and sitting down on your right hip, bending your left knee, squaring your shoulders to the front of the mat. Take a deep breath in here. Then on your exhale, begin to walk your hands out. And so maybe you start on the palms of your hands, maybe you come onto your forearms, or maybe you just let your body melt all the way down over that right leg. Breathing into any sensation that you might be feeling. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, can you walk your fingertips out a little bit further, challenging your edge. Allowing your right hip, your right IT band to soften. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, can you walk your fingertips maybe out a little bit further? You can always slide a block or a cushion underneath your forehead to remove tension from your neck. You allow your shoulders to soften. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. On your next inhale, slowly begin to walk your hands up. As we move into our twisted steer, so begin to walk over your right side, about a 45-degree angle. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, begin to walk your hands out. Maybe you start on the palms of your hands, maybe you come down on your forearms, or maybe you let your body fully rest. Got a few more breaths here. Letting your body settle a little bit more. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. Slowly begin to walk your hands up. And as we draw both legs forward, we're not going to move into Shavasana quite yet. We're going to come into one more. So we're going to come into half Gomukhasana. So you're going to take your right leg and cross it over your left. So I'll face you guys so you can see me. So try to have your knees on top of each other, if possible. From here, inhale, reach your hands up. Then exhale, reach and fold. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, can you walk your fingertips out a little bit further? Take one more inhale here. One more exhale. On your next inhale, slowly begin to walk your hands up. As you release your right leg, giving them both a little bit of a shake, drawing the soles of your feet onto the mat, and gently windshield wipering, so dropping your knees to the right, coming back up to the center, dropping them to the left. One more time to the right. One more time to the left. And then we're gonna make our way down into Shavasana. So just allowing that right side to release a little bit. Allow your palms to face up. Allowing your right hip to settle. Notice how it feels. Softening your shoulders. Take a few more breaths here. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. Then on your next inhale, draw your knees into your chest, giving them a nice squeeze. Gently rocking a little bit of side to side. A little bit of forward and backwards. Circling your knees in one direction. Circle your knees in the opposite direction. Then lowering your feet down onto the mat. And we're gonna start on the other side now. So picking up your left leg and crossing it over your right. Draw your right knee into your chest. Clasping your hamstring or your shin. And on your next inhale, can you draw your right knee in a little bit closer? Exhale, hold here. Inhale, can you draw your right knee in a little bit closer? Inhale, can you draw your right knee in a little bit closer? Two more breaths. Inhale, drawing that right knee in a little bit closer. Inhale, can you draw your right knee in a little bit closer? So now moving into our passive breaths. So release any tension from your right ankle. Allow your shoulders to soften. Removing any tension from your neck. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. Slowly release your hands as you lower your right foot down. Shifting your hips to the left side of the mat. Open your arms up into a T and letting your knee drop down to your left side. Trying to keep your left shoulder blade pressed into the mat. And if you want to draw a little bit more intensity, you could always take your right hand onto your left knee. And with every exhale, just draw a little bit of pressure, opening up the twist. You may feel it in the outside of your left glute a little bit. You can always let your eyes look over your left shoulder. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. Then on your next inhale, slowly releasing your left leg from underneath your right knee. Coming into fetal position now on your right side. Taking a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Let it all go. On your next inhale, slowly begin to press your way up. Making your way to tabletop position so we can set up for the other side. Planting your hands, curling your toes. We'll send our hips up in our downward facing dog. So press our knees up and then our hips back. Inhale, float our left leg high to the sky. Then drawing our left knee to our left wrist. Left ankle to your right, release your toes. Sitting down on your left hip, coming into deer pose. Bending your right knee. Squaring your shoulders to the front of the mat. Take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, begin to walk your hands out. And so maybe you start on the palms of your hands. Maybe you come down onto your forearms. Maybe you're feeling very mobile tonight and you just allow your upper body to rest on your left knee, left leg. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, can you walk your fingertips out a little bit further? Letting your body settle a little bit more over your left leg. Breathing into any sensation that you might be feeling. Letting your breath bring a little ease to those areas. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, can you walk your fingertips out a little bit further? Going a little bit deeper. Got a few more breaths here. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. Slowly begin to walk your hands up. As you make your way over to your left side, so walking over your left leg, coming into twisted deer. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, begin to walk your hands out. So maybe you start on the palms of your hands, maybe moving down onto your forearms. Or maybe you just let your body rest on the floor or on your mat. Got a couple more breaths here. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. Slowly begin to walk your hands up. And from here, drawing both legs together as we move into half shoelace. So picking up your left leg and crossing it over your right. So trying to draw both knees on top of each other if possible. Inhale, reach your hands up. And then exhale, begin to reach and fold. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, can you walk your fingertips out a little bit further? Take one more breath in. One more breath out. On your next inhale, slowly begin to walk your hands up. As you release your left leg, giving them both a little bit of a shake. Planting your feet onto your mats. Gently windshield wiping your legs to the right. Then to the left. One more time to the right. One more time to the left. And from here, making our way into Shavasana. So lowering all the way down onto our backs. Allow our palms to face up. And letting that left hip relax. Allow your shoulders to soften. Notice how your left side feels as it begins to release. Take a couple more breaths here. Take one more inhale. One more exhale. Then slowly draw your knees into your chest, giving them a nice squeeze. Gently rocking a little bit of side to side. A little bit of forward and backwards. Circling your knees in one direction. Circle your knees in the opposite direction. And then coming back into reclined butterfly, so drawing the soles of your feet together as you lower them down onto your mats. And drawing your heels either closer to your body or drawing them away. And drawing your right hand onto your abdomen and your left hand onto your heart. And we'll move into a gentle breath exercise. We'll take a deep inhale together. And a deep exhale, allow your shoulders to soften. On your next inhale, inhale for a count of 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for a count of 2, 1. Exhale for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 2, 1. Last round. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 2, 1. Take a deep inhale and a deep exhale. Let it all go. Letting your breath return back to its normal rhythm. On your next inhale, drawing your hands underneath your knees, gently helping them up. Drawing your knees into your chest, giving them a nice squeeze. Gently rocking a little bit of side to side. And then letting your knees either fall to the right side or to the left side, coming into fetal position. We'll take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Then on your next inhale, slowly begin to press your way up, making your way back to tabletop position so we can set up for Sphinx pose. So walking your hands out, coming all the way down onto your stomach, releasing your toes, drawing your elbows underneath your shoulders. And if your spine's a little bit tender today, you can always walk your hands out a little bit further, which will soften the curve of your spine. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Let it all go. Take another deep breath in. And on your exhale, breathe into any sensation that you're feeling in your spine. Letting your breath soften those areas. Then take a deep breath in here. And on your exhale, can you draw your chin into your chest? We'll take a couple more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, can you draw your chin in a little bit closer? Take one more breath in. One more breath out. On your next inhale, slowly drawing your chin back up. And on your exhale, drawing your right ear to your right shoulder. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, can you draw your right ear closer to your right shoulder? Take one more breath in. One more breath out. On your next inhale, slowly draw your chin back up to center. And on your exhale, drawing your left ear to your left shoulder. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, can you draw your ear a little bit closer to your shoulder? Take one more inhale. One more exhale. On your next inhale, slowly drawing your chin back to center. And then from here, you can stay in your Sphinx pose, or maybe you want to move into seal by pressing into the palms of the hands, straightening your elbows, drawing your shoulders down and away from your ears. And if you feel more, notice if you're carrying any tension in your legs, can you soften your ankles? Breathing into any sensation that you're feeling in your spine. Got a couple more breaths here. Take one more inhale. One more exhale. Very nice. Slowly begin to lower down. Drawing your hands together and then releasing your forehead on the top of your hands. Allowing your spine to settle. Your shoulders to soften. Take a couple more breaths here. Take one more inhale. One more exhale. Drawing your hands underneath your shoulders, pushing up to tabletop. And then coming into child's pose, so releasing your toes. Gently sitting back on your heels, drawing your elbows into your knees, or maybe you draw your hands to your feet. Tucking your chin into your chest, rounding your spine. And if your forehead doesn't rest on the mat, you can always slide your block or your cushion. Just trying to remove tension from your neck. Allow your shoulders to soften. Take a couple more breaths here. Take one more inhale. One more exhale. Slowly begin to roll out of this posture. Kicking your feet to one side or another. Coming into a seated position. Making sure that you have your block or your cushion handy. We're going to come into supported bridge, so lower all the way down onto your back. Draw your heels as close to your glutes as possible. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Let it all go. On your next inhale, shift your hips up. Slide your And when you find that spot, just allow your hips to settle in. Allow your palms to face up. Allow your shoulders to soften. Notice if you're holding tension maybe in your glutes, maybe in your quadriceps. Just trying to allow those to soften. You might have to adjust your block. You allow your shoulders to soften a little bit more. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. On your next inhale, slowly shift your hips up. Slide your block out from underneath and then slowly lowering your spine down onto your mat. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out, let it all go. On your next inhale, draw your knees into your chest, giving them a nice squeeze. Gently rocking a little bit of side to side. A little bit of forward and backwards. Circling your knees in one direction. Circle your knees in the opposite direction. Open your arms up into a T and gently let your knees fall to your right side, coming into a twist. Keeping your left shoulder blade pressed into your mat. Adjusting your knees, whether you draw them closer to your body or you soften your knee bends. Take a few more breaths here. Take one more inhale. One more exhale. Slowly draw your knees back up to center. As you let your knees fall to your left side. Keeping your right shoulder blade pressed into the mat. And adjusting your knees, whether you draw them closer to your body or you draw them away. Take a few more breaths here. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. On your next inhale, slowly draw your knees back up to center. Open up to happy baby. Grab the outside of your feet. Open the knees nice and wide. Gently rocking a little bit forward and backwards. A little bit of side to side. Take a deep inhale together. And exhale, open up to Shavasana, legs as wide as your mats. Palms to face up. Letting your body melt into your mats. Taking this opportunity to let go. Letting your body find rest. Letting your mind find peace. Taking a few moments to scan over your body. Notice if you may be holding any tension anywhere. Sending your breath to those areas. Letting your breath dissolve any tension. Letting your body melt a little bit more into your mats. Taking note of any thoughts that might be rising up. Gently acknowledging them. Letting them continue to pass by. Drawing your attention back to your breath. Back to your inhales. And your exhales. Letting your body find a little bit more rest. Your mind to find a little bit more peace. And as your body finds rest, letting your practice from this evening, the benefits from all the postures, sinking deep into your mind and into your body, all the way into your muscles. Letting your body begin to reap the benefits from all the postures. On your next inhale, slowly begin to wiggle your fingers. Gently moving your toes. Slowly waking up your body. Drawing your attention back to the room. Then on your next inhale, slowly draw your hands up and over your head. Then grabbing one wrist and gently pulling it to one side of the room, feeling the stretch in your side body. Releasing that wrist, grab your other wrist and gently pull it to your opposite side. Releasing that wrist. Reach your hands to the very back of the room and your feet to the very front. On your next inhale, take a full body stretch. Breathe in. Exhale, let it all go. Slowly draw both knees into your chest, giving them a nice big squeeze. Gently rocking a little bit of side to side, a little bit of forward and backwards. Circling your knees in one direction. Circle your knees in the opposite direction. Then letting your knees sway from the right to the left. Gently letting your knees fall to the right side or to the left side, coming into fetal position. Letting your head cradle into your arm. Offering breaths of gratitude. Grateful for your practice this evening. Grateful that you showed up on your mat, taking time to slow down. Take a few moments to reflect on the intention you set at the beginning of practice. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. On your next inhale, slowly begin to press your way up to a seated position. Keeping your eyes closed and draw your hands to heart center when you arrive. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Let it all go. On your next inhale, draw a gentle smile to your face. Exhale it all out. Take a few moments to thank your body for all the hard work it did this evening. I thank you, and I'm very humbled and blessed by your practice. Namaste. Oh, great job, everybody.
Yes, it was very good.
Well, I have to change it up because I've been doing this for almost a year with you guys.
Isn't that amazing? Almost a year.
That's incredible. There.
The year we've been doing this.
It's gonna be, yeah. When did we start? April, right? I think we started in April, so not too far along.
Crazy, eh?
Yeah.
And I think
So, is that good for the hips? Like, was it nice? Yeah.
Yes.
It was very good.
I love Sphinx and I love Seal.
You like what?
Sphinx and Seal?
Oh, Sphinx.
Seal.
Yeah.
And Sphinx for my back?
Yeah. And then moving into child's pose is probably really good too after because it like up poses it, right?
I think I could fall asleep in child's
Yeah, camera pose.
child's poses. But the deer pose, I think it's Amin who also likes the deer pose. I really could fall asleep on the deer pose.
I mean, Ken.
Yeah.
See how he.
Especially when you say, okay, now go to the left or to the right. Okay.
I
Yeah.
want to have a naked portrait of me in here.
That's Davina's next art project.
I want to know. I mean, I don't want to know.
Oh my.
She's gonna make it artistic.
Just a comment, Diane. I don't want you to start imagining it.
What did you say? Sorry. What?
I said it was just a comment. I don't want you to start imagining it.
No, but I was just about to say, shoot, now I'll never be able to think of anything else when I'm in deer. Oh,
Look what you've done. I mean,
gosh.
You guys are terrible.
That's funny. That's funny.
Naked yoga is a thing, you know. So nothing till March for you, Mark? February 1st, right?
February 10th, I think, is when they're hoping to open, but we'll see, right? We don't know yet. If the numbers keep going up, we don't know. So
Yeah, or whether the delay in vaccines will have anything to do with it too.
Oh, that's the other thing. Okay. Well, I guess we'll have another mindful chat about it next week. So
Do you guys want to do some more yoga classes then, Mark, while you're in sabbatical?
Yeah, it's up to you guys. Yeah.
Oh, like another during the week, you mean? Oh,
I don't know. You guys think about it. I'm okay. We're okay with
we're
it.
okay with that. Yeah.
I'm good. I'm good with it too.
When do you want to start?
This week.
This week, yeah. What day?
What's good for you, Mark?
Really, any day, any evening is good for me. So
Wednesday.
Why don't we pick Thursday again then? I don't know.
Yeah, Thursday's good.
Thursday's good.
yeah,
Uh,
Thursday,
what about Josh? Thursday works for you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
what time?
Josh,
6
Yeah,
or
what time?
7.
6:30?
What time would you like me to set it for?
Yeah, George, you come home. George is usually home at around by 5:45. He's typically home.
Maybe 6:30 would be better for me. I don't know.
Okay,
Yeah.
Gives
so
me a few minutes.
it's 7:30 on Thursday?
6:30.
6:30 okay with you, Josh?
Yeah, I'm home all day, so. Okay,
Yeah.
so 6:30 on Thursday?
Yeah, and do we want to do more of a flow? Like we could do a nice flow, and then we can move into like some standing balances, and then take it to the mat for a little
Sure.
bit more. Yeah.
Yay.
And we will pay you for this, Mark. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. So let's do that. So Thursday at 6:30.
Awesome.
Okay.
Good.
I'll set out a reminder, or a meeting, so it'll be a different meeting,
Yep.
Okay.
but just make sure you click on the right one on Thursday.
All right.
Okay, good.
You guys have a great week, everybody.
Sounds
You
good.
too, and
We'll
I'll
see
see
you
you
on
guys
Thursday.
Thursday at 6:30.
Yeah. Stay
Thanks,
healthy.
Mark. Take care.
Take care. Bye.
Bye, guys.